4 essentials for self-improvement for enthusiasts. Recently, with her appearance in Jurassic World Rebirth 2025, Scarlett Johansson has come to Korea. As a leading Hollywood actress, the films she has starred in have grossed over $14.5 billion worldwide, making her one of the highest-grossing actors of all time. However, there is a lesser-known story about her. That means someone who is a huge fan of tennis and loves it as a part of their life. Notable figures who love tennis include Barack Obama, Brad Pitt, Bill Gates, and others are representative figures who enjoy tennis. In particular, the lesser-known Scarlett Johansson reportedly trains 2 to 3 times a week even now. In 2022, I said this in an interview. When I hold the racket, a world that I can control is created. Since my early 20s, I've been taking regular tennis lessons with a personal trainer. And I have mentioned that I try to carry my tennis racket with me as much as possible, even during film shoots. The world-renowned painter David Hockney often features tennis-related themes in his paintings and expressed that the movement of tennis is an art, drawn with a racket instead of a brush. In that sense, unlike other sports, tennis is often compared to art. Tennis requires balance, timing, and fluidity while constantly moving within a limited court. Tennis is not just a sport. It is like a stage, an art gallery, a theater, and above all, a deep conversation with oneself. Therefore, despite being a sport, tennis is embraced as an art and is expressed as such. So is our tennis enthusiast treating tennis as an art? Neither art nor the art of tennis lies in grandeur. Just like how even the genius Federer started and ended with simple wall drills, all that is needed is simplicity and a bit of intentional and conscious learning. In order to make tennis, which you are already playing, an art in life, it is an essential foundation that you must constantly reflect on throughout your life. And it is a necessary element of tennis that requires occasional self-assessment. If you are just starting tennis or are at a beginner to intermediate level, as well as if you are in a slump or looking to advance beyond intermediate, the most urgent and first tennis skills you need to acquire or correct are as follows. 1. Choosing and understanding a stable grip. A wrong grip is difficult to fix later, and if it becomes a habit, it can be a major obstacle to improving your skills. The forehand Eastern or semi-Western grips are popular. The backhand, two-handed, or one-handed, choose the one that feels comfortable. The serve a continental grip is essential. Why should we learn it first and urgently? If the grip is incorrect, then the stroke, serve, and volley will all be off. Just like if the root is wrong, the tree won't grow properly, which can limit your ability to reach an artistic level. 2. Basic stroke form. Forehand and backhand, a balanced ready position. Swing finish is a technique that must be mastered. It is more important to focus on repeating accurately rather than hitting hard from the start. Securing stability in the forehand is the most urgent, as 70% of rallies in amateur matches are forehand rallies. Stable forehand practice should only focus on hitting forehands along the double sideline. Alley for more than 10 consecutive times. Why should we learn this first? Tennis is a stroke sport, and if you can't perform forehands and backhands, rallies themselves become impossible. At this time, you should also train your foot balance, step movement, and racket head direction together. 3. Stable second serve. Many beginners only practice their first serve and casually put in their second serve. In actual play, this often leads to many points lost due to double faults. It's important to master a kick serve with spin or a stable continental spin serve. Why should we learn this first? During a match, the most common cause of points lost is service mistakes, especially errors on the second serve. When the second serve becomes stable, it gives you the strength to protect your service game. 4. Footwork and preparation movements. A good player prioritizes movement over swing. The basics must be repeated infinitely split. Step, side, step, recover. Why should we learn this first? If the ball comes well, but our movement is slow, we can't hit it. Footwork is the foundation of all techniques, so it needs to be learned quickly. Surprisingly, there are many club members who say exercise is just something you do and do not focus on the basics and self-assessment. Among the 4 points above, if there is any issue, progress may be slow or mistakes may be repeated every time. We, as club members, are usually busy with tennis due to a lack of time. However, if you consciously work on your fundamentals every 3 months, time will surely resolve things quickly. Even just focusing on the fundamentals and self-assessment is the fastest shortcut, allowing you to play your own style of tennis for a lifetime. What is clear is that tennis requires a bit of learning. As Scarlett Johansson said, "When I pick up a racket, a world I can control is created." In a world where nothing goes as planned, if there is just one aspect I can control, it could provide me with infinite psychological stability. Let's stay true to the basics for the tennis of life and our own artistic tennis, and occasionally do a self-check. You can find detailed information about grips, strokes, second serves, and footwork at TennisGo Story. Please send out your artistic serve of subscription today as well. TennisGo Story.